How confidence turns against you after small wins. The most dangerous moment in trading isn't after a loss, it's after a small win, the kind that doesn't change your account but quietly changes you. Because it never starts with greed, it starts in the quiet hours. Late nights, blue light burning into your eyes, the rest of the world asleep while it's just you and the charts. You remember those days, obsessing over details, studying price until patterns felt carved into your mind, backtesting until spreadsheets stretched endlessly downward, taking losses without excuses because you knew you were still learning. You were humble then. You had to be. The market felt dangerous, unpredictable, bigger than you. And then one day, something clicks. A clean setup, a disciplined entry, a trade that follows the plan, and it works. Then another, then another. Nothing dramatic, no jackpot, just steady green days, enough to feel progress, enough to make the grind feel justified. You start thinking maybe the confusion is finally behind you. Maybe you're seeing the market clearly now. And that's where the shift begins. Your posture changes. Your decisions feel lighter, faster. You wake up eager to trade. At first, this confidence feels healthy, earned, deserved. But the market doesn't punish confidence immediately. It lets it grow. You begin trusting your gut slightly more than the rules you spent weeks refining. You remember that a few of those recent winners weren't executed perfectly either. Early entries, late exits, but they still worked. So your brain asks a quiet, dangerous question. Why would the next trade be any different? You start seeing setups you would have ignored a month ago. You convince yourself you're noticing subtle clues others miss, a rhythm, a flow. The checklist gets skimmed instead of followed. Higher time frame levels are assumed instead of confirmed. Position size is eyeballed instead of calculated. Everything feels obvious, controlled. Confidence wraps around you like a warm blanket and slowly dulls the fear that used to keep you precise. And that's when the story in your head changes. You stop believing your wins came from probability and discipline. You start believing they say something about you. Maybe you're naturally good at this. Maybe you have intuition most traders don't. Maybe you're finally part of the small percentage that gets it. That thought slips quietly into every decision you make. You size up, not because the setup improved, but because you feel ready. You tell yourself you've earned more risk, that you can handle it now. And when the trade moves slightly against you, you don't react the way you used to. A month ago, you would have cut it instantly. Now, you hesitate. It's just a pullback. I've seen this before. The candle pushes deeper into red. You ignore the invalidation level you defined when your head was clear, because now it's not discipline talking, it's confidence trying to protect its image. And here's the part almost no one notices while it's happening. The problem isn't that confidence makes you aggressive, it's that confidence makes you selective in the wrong direction. You stop asking, is this trade valid, and start asking, can I make this work? That single shift rewires everything. Risk stops feeling objective. It becomes negotiable, flexible, something you can manage this time because you feel mentally sharp. And the market loves that version of you, because now you hesitate less before bad trades and hesitate more before good exits. You hold losers longer, you cut winners faster, not because the setup demands it, but because confidence is trying to avoid emotional discomfort. This is why drawdowns after small win streaks feel so confusing. You didn't suddenly become reckless, you became inconsistent. Some trades are executed with discipline, others are driven by belief, and belief has no risk limits. What makes this dangerous is the delay. You don't get punished immediately. Sometimes the market even rewards these sloppy decisions, reinforcing the illusion that your confidence is justified. But eventually, randomness stops cooperating, and when it does, all the tiny deviations stack at once. You start explaining losses instead of accepting them, blaming news, liquidity, the broker, anything except your own drift. And then you cross the line. You add to a losing position, not to improve expectancy, but to avoid being wrong. At that moment, you're no longer trading the market, you're trading your identity. Confidence flips. What felt like control turns into anxiety. You chase, you overtrade, you take random entries just to feel relief, just to feel competent again. You scroll social media, you compare yourself to traders posting big wins, and suddenly your own progress feels small, fragile, slipping away. You tell yourself the market changed, that conditions are different, that something external broke, but the truth is quieter and harder to accept. The market didn't change, you did. Your confidence stopped being anchored to preparation and process and became tied to outcomes. You confused momentum with mastery, a short streak with permanent skill. And that's when confidence becomes dangerous, not because it exists, but because it's no longer checked. So here's the fix, and it's uncomfortable by design. You don't kill confidence, you constrain it. Every time you feel confident after a win, your standards must go up, not down. Not emotionally, structurally. Tighter entry criteria, smaller size, more patience. Because confidence is information, not permission. If you can't trade smaller and slower after winning, then that confidence isn't real. It's emotional momentum pretending to be skill. Real confidence in trading is boring. It doesn't rush. It doesn't need action. It doesn't celebrate small wins as proof of superiority. It shows up as discipline when you feel sharp, restraint when you feel excited, and consistency when nobody's watching. Those early wins were real. They proved your strategy works, but only when you respect it. So celebrate them, log them, learn from them, but never let them rewrite your rules. Because confidence grounded in discipline doesn't sabotage you, it protects you. And learning to control it instead of obeying it is how temporary success turns into longevity. Go back to the basics, respect the risk, trust the process, not the feeling.